My name is Cedric Poole. The name of my company is Necha Brand Clothing Company, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I got started with the clothing line. I actually came up with the concept in high school. I was always a creative young individual. Years passed, I went to college, came out actually for graphic design, and my first attempt at college was fashion design, and I kind of grew upon that, and I knew cut and sew was something I was interested in, but I didn't really want to jump into it. So I went the graphic design route, which is doing more designs, t-shirt designs, and things of that nature, and it just kind of grew from there. So I took the formation of the company from high school with my adult experience in college, and I just made it happen. Coming from Detroit, Michigan, where I come from, back in the 80s, back in the 90s, there was a lot of hustling going on. There was a lot of poverty, but it wasn't nothing that I didn't see. You know what I'm saying? So it was like taking this wonderful city, you know, because it could be yin on one side of the tracks and be yang on the other side, and kind of inserting that to my aesthetic of the brand. And that's basically what it is. It's like, you know, Detroit guy has a lot of different flavors. You know, we got your hip hoppers, we got your D-boys, we have you know, we have your millennials, we got your preps, everything. So I kind of cultured my brand around that. I wanted to have a little spice of everything, and long as it stays consistent with what we represent, living free and dying fresh. Anything becomes between that, you know, those two sections of extreme and kind of subtle, it's a go. I mean, back in the day, man, I mean, you had so many different brands. For your Max Julians, you know, your Adidas was popping off. Jordan was hype. You know, Damaged Used. What I really particularly saw as a youth coming from the late 80s, early 90s, that transitional period for me was the revolution of a lot of black designers. You know, your Russell Simmons, your Carl Kanais, you know, you had Rockefeller, you had Sean John, had Cross Colors. So it influenced me because I get to see this melting pot of fashion, kind of like what's going on right now. And with that melting pot of fashion, I'm able to pick and choose which way I want my designs to go. And that's the beauty of it. And I keep reiterating that, is that with Necha Brand, it's kind of like you never know what you're going to get. So. If I had to cite a label and I'm truly captivated with now, and I think a lot of people kind of draw inspiration from, is I like Crooks and Castle. They're dope because they don't really stay within the box. I love Billionaires Boys Club because it kind of fits along that same line. Locally, I'm a big fan of District 81, and I would say those three is like potentially the biggest influences that I have right now. And I say that because I firmly believe that fashion right now, there is no trends. Like, everybody is judging a parameter of how they articulate their fashion. So you got one cat who might rock the skinny jeans and the joggers. You got another cat who can rock out a jogging suit, but they can flip-flop at any time. So fashion is very interchangeable right now. It's a great time to be a fashion designer. The one thing that gives me my edge is unpredictability. You can't keep putting out the same thing and expecting the same result. You know, everybody know that's insanity, and that's the same thing when it comes to fashion design. You can't keep putting out the same thing expecting the same result. So Necha Brand is built upon the one tagline that we always push, which is living free and dying fresh. Living free, it represents the freedom of fashion, the freedom of dressing and styling our clothing the way you want to. The freedom of whatever we put out, we're not going to push you into a certain box. Dying fresh is that. Every day that you wake up, you don't know what you have. You don't know what you have. You don't know whether you're gonna, you know, live out that day. You don't know what's gonna go on or what's gonna happen. Necha brand represents that. Like, yo, if you're gonna go out on top, go out in our brand, because it's a representation of you. Represent yourself. The signature shirt that we definitely got a lot of play from, I gotta say two, was the first one was My Hustle Game is Strong. That was out the gate. That was a banger. It featured a well-known character on the shirt, right, with the D tattoo, had the letters, had the stack of money. That was more of a dope boy special. Then we moved to the King of the City, and the signature shirts with our character on it, our logo, our motto, our mascot. Anything that we put with that guy on it, pretty much, you know, we do numbers with him. So it's kind of a toss-up, but I'm definitely gonna say those two. Our flagship shirt, military green, has the logo on it, and our Hustle Game is Strong tee. You can look forward to a lot of raglan tees. Like, that's something that nobody else is doing, at least the right way, in my opinion. I'm rocking one of them right now. We're gonna look for more simplistic, more streamlined designs, so we can get out we're trying to move out the phase of just straight up doing character shirts and get to more high fashion, more pieces that can be paired with different things instead of the same shoe release that comes out next week. We're trying to get more fashions that you can really variate and customize to your wardrobe. So raglan tees, which is the baseball tees that I got on right now. We're going to do ringer tees. We're going to do a couple of all over print tanks, and we're going to definitely rock out with some definitely going to rock out with a couple of things for the ladies too. I think, you know, that's one thing that I can say about fashion in the city. We don't pay enough respect to our ladies, so I'm definitely going to bring a couple of things for the ladies too. Hey yo, this your boy Said, you on the Necha Brand Clothing Company, and you rocking with Hip Hop Shopping TV. Stay tuned.